Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to. You kidding me? We're good. We're good. Well, that works. Okay, good. My camera flipped. I don't know why it does that sometimes. Either way, here we are. Welcome to another live stream watch along reaction. Tonight we're watching and reacting to CS Cartaginés versus Vancouver Whitecaps FC 2026 CONCACAF Champions Cup. Round 1, leg 1. Luckily, that worked. I really couldn't be arsed to remake the stream if that didn't work. So luckily it did. I couldn't be arsed. I'm tired as fuck and I really could care less. But either way, I'm freaking gassed, man. Either way. CS Cartaginés contra Vancouver Whitecaps FC, la Copa Campeones de la CONCACAF. Primera ronda partido ida. Here we are. Here we go. Let's hope this game's a good one, because if it's not, I'm legitimately going to be pissed. Cincinnati leading 4-0 against O&M FC. Dear God, every MLS team is dominating right now. For CS Cartaginés, in goal, we have Kevin Bersenio, the back four of Carlos Barahona. We have Diego Mesen, Fernan Ferron, and Diego Gonzalez. The midfield three, Christopher Nunez, Juan Gaite, and Douglas Lopez. And the front three of Suhander, Ricardo Marquez, and Luis Flores. And Cincinnati wins 4-0. All right, we can mark that down. Nelson Troop's going off tonight about the Arsenal result. I mean, he should, but I ain't seen what he said. But, I mean, rightfully so. 0-4. Result for the Cincinnati game. Start 11 for Vancouver. Yohei Takaoka. The back four, Eddie Ocampo, Tristan Blackman, Matthias Laborda, and Tate Johnson. The midfield three of Sebastian Berhalter, Andres Kubas, Javon Badwal. And the front three of Emmanuel Sabi, Brian White, and Kenji Cabrera. Thomas Muller's on the bench. Ryan Gould's injured. So we'll see how this game goes. Dude, you know I have had this one for a while. You know. If anybody knows, you know. You know why, and you know how, and you know how long. So, here we go. I feel like I'm in the Twilight Zone. I feel like I'm being gaslighted. Either way. Vancouver knocked Montreal out of the 2020 Canadian Championship and got us to that final that we won 2 years later. So it was a thank you. Basically, just an excuse to put jerseys in my collection. Estadio Filomesa, Cartaginés, Vancouver. Let's go. 90 minutes, here we go. And we review this game once it's over, and then I'll see you tomorrow for LA Galaxy versus Sporting San Miguelito. "90 minutes, let's go." Defense force let everyone down. Well, O&M did just as bad. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have any upsets. Unless Vancouver or Galaxy slip on a banana peel, I don't see any upsets happening in this first round at all. Just because some teams got close doesn't mean, you know. So we'll be live for this game. We'll review it. If I do, I get a copyright strike. That's not what this is. It's not what this is. Honestly, I was pretty nice with that one compared to normal. Either way, 90 minutes of football here. Let's hope it goes well. Will Vancouver dominate this game? Here we go. Can we pretend it's 2008 and nothing is... I mean, people on the president's Reddit act like it's still 2008, so can't see why not. "90 minutes of football." Here we go. Briseño in goal for Cartaginés. The back four, Gonzalez, Perón, Mesen, Barahona. Suhander, Flores, Lopez, Gaite. Marquez and Nunez. Let's see, is he on the bench? Yes, he is. Johan's on the bench. Okay. Not that it matters. This could get ugly quickly, just like everything else. In goal, Takaoka for Vancouver. Johnson, Laborda, Blackman, Ocampo. Kubas, Berhalter, Cabrera, Badwall, Sabi. Up top, Brown, Watt. Let's see if this game gets ugly. Like every other game has gotten ugly this week. No kidding, no. Seriously. Every game this week has gotten ugly. Except for Nashville, Ottawa. That feels like the only game that hasn't been that bad. And we're off. 0-0, 0-0. The only game that has felt like it hasn't been that bad is Ottawa-Nashville. Every other game, and I'd say 2-0 on away goals is a pretty tough thing to overturn anyway, but at least you're not everybody else. I would hate that, man. Like, seriously. Just seems like everybody's getting BTFO'd. Galaxy Sport in San Miguelito tomorrow. We'll be live for that one, and we'll review that one. We'll be back Friday morning for the Canada game, semifinal. And we'll be live for a bronze or gold medal game no matter what. I mean, if the Benfica player did say a slur towards Vinicius, he shouldn't have done that. And the player, if he did so slur or was racist against Vinny, he should get banned. If he wasn't, which I have zero clue, it's totally a complete shit show, but we'll see what's the truth. If he didn't, he shouldn't get punished. If he did, he should get punished. It's that simple. But I'm not too damn sure what the truth is. People say that Prestiani didn't say a slur. Some people say he did say a slur. The sus part is he's covering his mouth while saying it. Yes, I agree, but only Mbappe and Vinny went off. I think, was it Alaba, I think? Somebody else was around there. It was either Alaba or Chouameni who was around the situation, and he didn't even react. So, I don't know what to believe. Let them investigate it. I don't know what to believe. In MLS, he would be banned. Yes, if he did say a slur. But again, at this point, is it proven? Takes a shot. I'm not defending him. I'm just saying. The way things... It's not even obvious. It's not like Taxi Fontas. That was obvious. It's not like... Who? UEFA's investigating. Okay. Whatever they say goes. I'll believe they're... I'll agree with whatever UEFA does with. This one was not obvious at all. But, of course, Vinny gets the benefit of the doubt because he's had a lot of run-ins. Corner for Vancouver. Corner for Vancouver. Cross in. So, that chant is garbage. as I said, if they get rid of the salary cap or raise it with the changes they're going to make, it will. It will do very well. If they just change the calendar because Miami wants the calendar changed and they don't raise the salary cap or get rid of the salary cap, then why do we do it? Like, there's no reason to do the schedule change if MLS is not going to raise the salary cap to a very much groundbreaking amount or just get rid of it. The salary cap's the problem. It's not the schedule. It's not the fact we're on the opposite schedule as the rest of the world. That's not the problem. And you're telling me you flipped the schedule for when really the schedule's the same, just there's no MLS Cup in December anymore. And you may play one or two more games in December, or everybody might play one or two more games in December. Okay. Christmas break is still the same break that it was. They're going to have all of January off, most of December, definitely Christmas, and then at least up to the week after the Super Bowl, which, ironically enough, this year wasn't that far off anyway. It was 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. So this season starts 2 weeks after the Super Bowl. So, or 13 days after the Super Bowl. So, I mean, it's not that different, all things considered. I just don't like change. I mean, if you want to be, I think, and there's a foul there. Blocked away. I mean, they won. Good for them. They won. They were at home. Of course they won. That's what they do. It's a cool story. Honestly, yes. Fair enough. But agreed. I mean, they did. MLS is growing. I don't disagree. But changing the schedule doesn't do shit. That's not the point. Players come over in the summer. Every reason that Don Garber gave for flipping the schedule is already happening with a winter or a fall to winter schedule in a single calendar year schedule. It's already happening. The only thing that changes is if you flip the schedule without raising the salary cap. That doesn't do shit. But maybe players will come over when in the summer they play a full season here. So what? They already do. So what? Players already leave halfway through a season. Every excuse in the book. Like, and you could say, well, the winter, the May to freaking, the August to May schedule is the same when it comes to a weekend or when it comes to a winter break. True. Winter break is pretty much as long as the off season is. There's really no change there from what I can tell. But I agree. Yep. As I said, yes. Well, good for them, but that does none with the MLS because they barely have any. Well, nope. Pochettino actually kind of likes the MLSers. You're wrong, or I'm wrong. Fair enough. Playing forward, he does kind of like the MLSers. That is true. Plays through. Cross in. Shot! And White does not get the goal. 10 minutes in. 0-0. Settle. Exactly. I mean, he is a fraud, isn't he? He plays in Serie A. What's your point? Pulisic never played in MLS. Never has. Not yet, at least. Maybe when he's in his mid-30s. But what does Pulisic have to do? Comparing him to Mbappe, saying MLS is... what does he have to do with it? Pulisic played his whole career in Europe. Okay, so Mbappe actually had a World Cup. So he had a World Cup final hat trick. Was he done since? He's horrible for Real Madrid. He's a flop. He's honestly a Real Madrid flop. Let's be real. Okay, he won a World Cup his first year as a rookie. When that team was stacked. Mbappe might have had his peak of his career might have been his rookie year. Hell, it might have been his first couple of years at PSG too. Honestly, ever since 2022, the man's been a fraud. Real Madrid ruined him. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of funny considering he spurned Madrid at every opportunity until he couldn't anymore as a free agent. And now that he's there at his dream club, he sucks. Mbappe's not the same guy he was back in 2022. You're right. They don't need him. And yeah, they were better without him. That's the problem. They won a Champions League without him. They haven't won anything besides the Intercontinental Cup since. He got Xabi fired. 13th minute. Mbappe, he thinks he's Cristiano. No. You ain't even Chicharito. Chicharito's a better Real Madrid striker than Mbappe. I'd take Real Madrid Chicharito in a heartbeat over Mbappe. 13th minute. Yep. And that was hilarious. Yep. Turns out, I think I slandered Hazalu too much. Corner for Vancouver. Remember that? When I slandered Hazalu and said he was garbage? Yeah, I was wrong about that, wasn't I? Turns out, no. I mean, he may not be Mbappe, but he fit the system way better. Turns out, you don't need to be technically amazing. You just have to fit the damn system. Turns out you don't have to be special. You just got to do your job. Turns out doing your job is better than being special. If you already got the special players around you. Oh, and by the way, I think I said it around January, though, didn't I? Or didn't I? Didn't I say it around, March? February, March? Right as he started clutching up, though? Didn't I? Remember? Oh yeah. Remember when Gonzalo Garcia played striker during the Club World Cup and looked better than Mbappe? When Mbappe had the shits? Remember when that happened? And there was a lot of people like, you know what? Maybe they should start Gonzalo over Mbappe. And then they didn't do it. 15th minute. I wonder how he knows that reference. How we doing? Free kick for Vancouver, 0-0. Holy shit, Berhalter's played there for 149 games. Damn, that's been shit ton plus. Out of play, and Vancouver's had 89% possession. Yeah, Vancouver is gonna... This is gonna get ugly. Degenerate gambler here need White to score 2 for 400. He hasn't scored any yet. 0-0, settle. I wouldn't be surprised if he does score 2. But he's got to get there quickly. This game's going to get ugly. It's got that written all over it. Header. Shot. Brian White. Not there. That's out for a corner. The solution should be sell Vinny, play Mbappe left wing, Brahim Rodrigo right, Gonzalo and Bobby striker. You know what? Yeah. Vinicius, send him to Saudi because Saudi wants him. See, I don't think he likes Saudi. I don't think he likes Saudi, but he'll like the money and then he'll get tired of it and then start crying. Yeah, I agree. The new Madrid has no heart. MLS doing way better than Liga MX so far in this tournament. Yeah, I agree. There's no heart in Real Madrid. It's a bunch of ego. No heart, and no brain. The brain would have been Xabi Alonso, but they got the brain fired. Carlo Ancelotti wants nothing to do with Madrid anymore. He wants to stay in Brazil. Do I blame him? No. I think Carnival sold him. I don't know. Seemed like he was having the time of his life. Either way. Zidane will even walk through that door? I don't know. Mourinho? I don't think he's going to walk through that door now. People were like, hey, Mourinho might come back to Real Madrid. Not after Tuesday. Not after the Benfica game. If the first one didn't do it, certainly after what Prestiani just pulled and the fact Jose defended him. What you mean? As a manager, in most cases, it's right to defend your players. We're going to find out if he was right to defend him soon. So he ain't walking through that door either. Real Madrid need to switch up their whole game. Exactly. So I don't know. Well, unless they sell Vinny, then I guess they could bring in Mourinho. But, I don't think Mourinho going to be able to go back into Real Madrid as the manager. That ain't happening. Certainly not after this week. Either way, 20th minute. '20th minute, 0-0. Over the top. Somehow Vancouver hasn't scored yet. We'll see how this goes. Throws up. Vancouver FC is a joke. Talk about Whitecaps aren't a joke. Now, if you're talking about Vancouver FC, the CPL team, then yeah. That's what I was referencing. Playing forward. Botafogo lost 0-1 or 1-0. But I gotta say, this MLS is on fire right now. Another thing I noticed about yesterday, none of the Madrid players did anything to Prestiani when he said that. Mbappe shouted but then left. Bro, if Ramos, Pepe, Marcelo, or Modric were there, rip. True. Ramos would have shot first, asked questions later. Pepe as well. Marcelo, he probably would have got his licks in. Modric, if they all failed, he would have done something, yeah. I don't think Modric, he's a tough guy, but I don't think he's the goon. But if the goons failed, Modric would have done something, yeah. Definitely. I agree with that. Definitely agree with that one. Free kick, 23rd minute. Berhalter to take the free kick. Over the top. Header. Somehow, no. No matter what happens, Marcel has a point, though. And that was my point. I was building off his point. But depending on how this goes, maybe it's a good thing they weren't there. Playing forward. Saved. '25th minute. 0-0. Settle. It's why I always have to prioritize my team to have captains over talent for stuff like this. Chelsea flourished because they had 6 captains on the pitch for their national teams in their prime. I agree. I agree with that. Free kick for Vancouver. If there's no leadership, you'll fail. Simple as. I think that's something you need to look at, is if there's no leadership, you're going to fail. Straight up. I mean, you have to look at it that way. You need true leadership, and Real Madrid has not anymore, none of that. From the manager, from the players on the pitch, in general. It's one thing, if you have it on the pitch, the manager should still have it, but Real Madrid would survive better with a guy like Arbeloa if they still had Kroos, Ramos, Pepe, Modric. They don't survive because they don't have those guys. See, look at Chelsea, again, in their prime. Roberto Di Matteo won a Champions League. That man was not a leader at all. But he had Lampard, Terry, Drogba on the team. He didn't need to lead shit. Right? So, my point exactly. Roberto Di Matteo won a Champions League because he was not the leader, but he had players that could lead and be captains. Thomas Tuchel, on the other hand, that man was a leader. He rightfully won a Champions League. Now, I don't know exactly where to put Enzo Maresca on that scale, but I guess he must be a good leader. Crossed in, free kick or corner, out for a goal kick. Vamos Cartago. Saludos. Yep. Jean-Obi Mikel, Petr Cech, Ivanovic, yes. So, exactly, they were all on the squad. They were all on the squad when they won the Champions League the first time with Di Matteo, who was no leader whatsoever. I don't think that could happen, no. Could that even happen now that he is a part owner of Sevilla? Does he even want to be a coach? I don't see Ramos being a good coach anyway. Blocked away. Cartaginés is defending well. Other than that, I'm surprised Vancouver hasn't scored yet. This might be one of the more regular score lines of the first round. Save Bataoka. Cartaginés is trying to push forward too. I can't believe Vancouver hasn't broken down Cartaginés. And you know what? Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe. Because I'm sure there are Bayern fans in Costa Rica who have a Bayern jersey who wanted to wear. Oh, wait, Thomas Muller. Well, that goes with it. But I'm sure there are Bayern fans who were fans of Thomas Muller, who are from Costa Rica, who are wearing his Bayern jersey because Thomas Muller played for Bayern. Is Muller there? He's on the bench. He's on the bench. He's on the bench. He hasn't started, but he's on the bench. So, he is there, yes. Question is, does he play? Unless I'm missing something. Well, fair enough. MLS is supposed to be the best league in CONCACAF, supposed to make the statement this year. Well, I would prefer it to be not Vancouver that makes that statement, okay? I'm fine if Miami makes that statement. I don't know if I'd like it if Seattle makes that statement, but, you know, they've already won one. What's the worst of them winning two? We still got to catch them up on MLS Cups anyway, so who gives a shit? Why not catch them up on both? I think it's Miami. Sadly, Paulinho won't make that happen. Well, there you go. I guess there's still some good Toluca players who won't be going to the Mexican training camp when the finals played. Let's not forget, Mexico will have Liga MX players, or Mexico will have a pre-World Cup training camp during the semifinals and final of this tournament. The only threats that's in MLS's place, Tigres and Cruz Azul, and maybe Toluca. I think you should change that maybe to, yeah, Toluca is a threat. Acting like Toluca. Toluca's the best team. Well, Toluca's definitely the best Mexican team, but I'd say Toluca's the best CONCACAF team right now. That's all I'm proving wrong. "32 minutes. Playing forward. Here's a chance. Vancouver! Brian White does not offside. As long as Heleno and Paulinho stay healthy, we should be fine because we won't have Vega. I really want to see a Miami versus Toluca final. I swear I want to see that game. I think I need to see that game. Let's look at who Mexican teams. I mean, yeah, San Diego versus Pumas was head-to-head, and Pumas got their shit rocked. Okay. LA Galaxy Sporting San Miguelito. Cruz Azul versus Vancouver FC. Monterrey Chelou. LAFC Real España. Nashville Ottawa. America Olympia. Philadelphia Defense Force. Tigres Forge. Cincinnati O&M. Vancouver Cartaginés. I would say overall, the MLS teams got the easier draw of the two leagues. So, I mean, overall, when it comes to teams that the leagues drew in the first round, besides the head-to-head, I feel like MLS drew the easier teams in my book. And yeah, Pumas was the one who got embarrassed by San Diego. So, saved by Briseño, 33rd minute. I agree. But they knew all they had to do was just not collapse. As long as they didn't collapse, they were going to win the tie. And they didn't collapse. So there you go. Cartaginés. Corner for Vancouver Whitecaps. LAFC could low-key make the semis. I think I had that way. Ball crossed in. No, I think I had Cruz Azul over LAFC, but it wouldn't shock me if LAFC beat Cruz Azul. Yeah, because LAFC versus Cruz Azul is the quarterfinal for me. Eustachio, good signing. I'm not surprised. What have I been saying about Eustachio all this time? I told you the man was a good player. I told you he was a metronome. I told you he makes any team better that he plays for. If you play him, he can make a team punch above their weight. I told you that, and I said it, so. LAFC can go to the final. They're not beating Toluca. 35th minute, 0-0. 35 and 90. Playing forward, 35th minute. Cazzata Malenga. Playing forward. Playing forward, Vancouver. Playing forward. Cross in, blocked. Ball crossed. You already said the priority is Champions Cup. As it should be. 38th minute. Ball crossed in. Stoppage. Free kick or corner. Corner. Header. Here's a chance. Vancouver shot. Saved. Playing forward. Header. Thirty-ninth minute. TFC versus Defense Force final. LAFC TFC Defense Force final. How the hell do we get in it? I don't know how the hell. Okay. Playing forward. 41st minute. I'm doing fine. The game's dragging. Yeah. I'm looking at Sopranos memes. That's where we are. Sopranos memes on the other screen, because why not? That's better than this game. And I'm tired as hell already. That Lando Norris Monster energy drink wore off like 5 hours ago. 5 or 6 hours ago. This is getting bad. 42 minutes. I only had 4 hours of sleep before the hockey game. But it is what it is, my friends. Cartaginés are actually playing well, though, I have to say. Let me be real. This game feels like a South American atmosphere. Might as well be. Playing forward. Taken down. Free kick at the edge of the box. Or is it a penalty? Or was it in there? Meme is over 5,000. It's over 9,000. Here's the meme I was laughing at. Hold on. Kind of got to be up on current events to get this one, but Kazata Malanga. I also got to know Sopranos lore for it to totally, partially. Free kick for Vancouver. You got to know current events and you got to know Sopranos lore for it to hit. But either way. 43rd minute. Header. Bro, rewatched The Sopranos like 5 times already. Don't blame you. Headed forward. You got any wine? Kazata Malanga. How much betrayal can I take? Just when I was out, they pull me back in. He can't be in our social club no more. That much I know. Social club, he's got to go. He's got to go. "45th minute. There's a B on your hat. Stupid a fucking game. 1 minute of stoppage time. I hear Jenny Sachs getting a 95-pound mold taken off her ass. Play blocked away. I lost it when he was trying to fight the ghost. Playing forward. Vancouver. Cabrera loses it. Blocked. Ooh. And it's halftime. Vancouver tied after 45. Wow. The Dow Jones is over 5,000. 0-0, 0-0, middle tiempo. Is there? Halftime, 0-0, 0-0, middle tiempo. We'll take a short break at the halftime with the stats, get this one going. "45 more minutes, and the marathon day will be over." It's got to keep on rolling, keep on rolling. 45 more. Sit tight, be back. Vancouver's struggling. Let's see what happens for the rest of the game. Sit tight, be back. We're back for the stats of the half. Was that the movie that James Van Der Beek was in? I can understand that. I think some other people in that movie died too. Which made it even sadder. Can't exactly remember who. But yeah, it's sad to see James Van Der Beek pass. Seeing people pass that young that I grew up watching on TV. And they were young when I grew up watching them on TV. It's crazy. Just shows, it's just sad, man. It's just sad. With that being said, we'll have the stats at the half. Here we go. 25% possession to 75% possession. 3 shots to 10. 0 shots on goal to 4. Vancouver has 4 shots on goal, and they ain't scored. Crazy. We got 5 fouls to 7. 61 accurate pass to 240. 66% pass accuracy to 88. 1 corner to 7. 3 shots to 10. 0 shots on goal to 4. We have 93 passes to 273. 7 throws to 17. 0 offside to 0. 0 yellows to 0. 0 reds to 0. 0-0 at the half. 0-0 medio tiempo. I'm honestly shocked, frankly. You're an hour and 10 minutes late for that. Damn, I'm good at timing these half times. It's crazy, man. We're back. Aziel Jackson on for Vancouver Whitecaps for Sabi. They made a halftime substitution. Let's see what the Whitecaps do over the next 45. We'll review this game once it's over. Honestly, if this is a 0-0 draw, this one's actually kind of explainable, frankly. But Cartaginés has played some really good defense, and Vancouver has not scored. Partially because they're shaky, partially because Cartaginés is playing good defense. You know, it's definitely an interesting game for sure right now. Ottawa losing versus Nashville B team, but these teams are better than Irish teams. Well, I know Forge is, so that's the point. I think Calvary is. Ottawa, then we can discuss, but Forge is. Cleared away by Takaoka. Aziel Jackson. Let's see what Vancouver does here. Whitecaps. Playing forward. Ball crossed in. Nope. Yes. Yes, I am. Yes. I think Forge is better than both those teams, yeah. Japan won gold in figure skating? Huh? Good for Japan, but huh? Crossed in. Saved. Playing forward. See where this goes. 48th minute. We will review this game once it's over. And I'll be live tomorrow for Galaxy Sport in San Miguelito. One stream, one review tomorrow. No, I don't think so. I don't think Forge is better than AEK Athens. And I certainly don't think Bobby Smirniotis would say they are either. You know, because he's Greek. Aziel Jackson crosses it. It'll be cleared. Header cleared away. Forty-ninth minute. Shot wide. Oh, man, that was so close. Wow, I cannot believe. That was wow. I thought Vancouver had that. Over the top. Header cleared away. Where's the degenerate gambler who said he had Brian White scoring 2 goals? Yeah. Not looking good. Shockingly enough, not looking good. "51st minute. Takaoka picks it up. Cartaginés had a really good first 5 minutes of this half. Really of. 51st minute. Aziel Jackson. Playing forward. Bodwall, cross. Brought down. Shot blocked away. "52 minutes. Vancouver, Aziel Jackson, play is switched and he loses the ball. Yeah, I saw it. I saw Danny's video, and you know, I wish him all the best. I thought he had good content. I thought he deserved a lot better with his content for sure. And it sucks to see him feel like he has to move on. I do. I hate that for him. I really do. Life happens. That is true. And sometimes there's a time where you gotta leave the dreams alone. And I can't say I don't. I can't say. I mean, I definitely empathize, you know. I definitely empathize. Like, I can understand feeling lost, and I can understand feeling like there's nowhere to go. Right? And he made some really good videos. I mean, he still has his channel up. It's not like he deleted it. I mean, watch the MLS and CONCACAF series, the jersey. Like, he made a lot of good videos. I mean, I'd say, yeah, watch him. Give him some extra views. Maybe still, I think he would still have his monetization on. Hey, why not give him a couple extra clicks? But, you know, dude deserved a lot better than what he got, I have to say. And, you know, sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes you just get disillusioned with shots saved. Sometimes you just get disillusioned with what it is. And I understand that. I wouldn't say, I'm not going to lie, he'll be back in the future. I mean, he kind of, I don't know exactly when, but he kind of left the door open for that. And I hope one day we see him make a return, like a Royal Rumble return, like out of, you know what I mean. If you're a wrestling fan, you get what I mean. Like, unexpected, triumphant return. One of your best videos out there, you know. But you got my point. Headed away. Make a triumphant edge-like return, you know. I would. There's one thing I know. In wrestling, that door never closes. YouTube's the same way. In wrestling, that door doesn't close till you die. I don't give a fuck what John Cena has to say. Same thing with YouTube. That door don't close till you die. And that's not a penalty? Okay. But either way. I wish Danny T all the best. I hope his future endeavors pan out for him. And I hope he finds the happiness and the energization that he's looking for. And maybe one day, you know, he's a good dude. He's a good dude, and I wish him the best. From what I can tell. So that's my feelings there. So I have no idea. I have no clue. It's weird. I haven't heard his name in a while. I mean, I wish him the best too, but you know. Bodwall pushing forward. Honestly, yeah, I have no clue what happened to him. I just know he quieted down out of nowhere. Do you know football? Asada? Yeah, I've seen their accounts. I think they know zero about football. Well, I mean, that's the thing about having a take. It could be absolutely shitty. That's football for you. That's sports for you, frankly. Playing forward. But either way, I've heard of them. They said Mexico's favorite to win World Cup because of home advantage. And I simply think it's not enough. Oh, no, that was a bad take. No, I was like, no. Like, I don't care about home advantage. You got to be a good team. And I don't think Mexico's a good team. Now, I mean, if Raul, like, the thing about Mexico is if Raul scores in bunches, yeah, they have a better chance to win. We've said that for months. They're not a good team. They got a good player with a solid group, but they're not world class. They're not even mid. Like, yeah, maybe teams don't like altitude, so be it. Okay, that make things a little bit different, but I can't say that home field completely makes Mexico I don't USA's not home advantage in quarterfinals forward. They'll pack the games, but it's not enough. '61st minute. 0-0. Yep. Can't forget that struggle win. But that was before the Raul rejuvenation, but I get your point. 62 minutes. Besides, I mean, I've seen games where Mexico fills up a stadium in the USA and they get embarrassed. Because that's just a good idea, you know? I'm not saying it's a thing, but you know. '63rd minute, 0-0, settle. Cartaginés has had a damn good defensive performance throughout this game, I gotta say. They've done a damn good job. Look, free kick. Free kick for Cartaginés. 63rd minute. Thomas Muller's about to come on for the Whitecaps. Header cleared. Shot out of play for a goal kick. Playing forward. Playing forward. 65th minute. See how Thomas Muller does for the Whitecaps. Pereira and Johan Venegas coming on for Cartaginés. And Thomas Muller coming on for the Whitecaps. '65th minute. 25 more minutes plus stoppage time. Marquez and Gaite off. And it looks like for Vancouver, it is Andres Kubasov or Thomas Muller. Makes sense. How we doing, William? How we doing? Playing forward. If Vancouver draws, like, that would be crazy. But in your opinion, why haven't Vancouver scored yet? I think they're a little bit sloppy, and I think Cartaginés have defended really well. I think it's more Cartaginés defensively being strong in their own home stadium, and then a little bit of Vancouver being shaky and not good enough and not solid enough and just not ready. I don't think Vancouver were ready to play. I don't. So. Corner for Vancouver. 67th minute. Berhalter with a corner. So they studied Vancouver very well, especially their defense. Yeah, I would say so. 67th minute, ball crossed in, header, wide. 68th minute. '69th minute. I mean, they're playing solidly. I mean, Cartaginés are definitely playing solidly overall. I don't know. I mean, overall, I'd call a draw an upset for leg 1, but it's the tie. But the fact that this game's closer to an upset than any other tie in the first round being played this week after 90 minutes is crazy. Yeah. It's a good show. '69th minute, Berhalter to take the corner. '70th minute, headed away. We will review this game once it's over. We'll be live tomorrow at 6:55 Central, 7:55 Eastern. And Monday or Friday morning for hockey. Over the top of the net. '71st minute. '71st minute. Huh, that's cool. '71-23. Playing through, ball crossed in, saved. Cleared away, or will be. And Laborda, free kick, 72 of 90. Mini slow cooker. Is that one of those like pots they had on like Instagram and TikTok, where it's like one of those like mini instant pots, like the mini teppanyaki grill or griddle or whatever, like those types of gadgets? Because those are cool. Like, I want one of those. Like, that seems cool to me. Like that mini instant pot. Just a slow cooker mini little crock pot. Like the ones I'm talking about are like the mini Instant Pot on TikTok and Instagram Shorts. Then they had one that was like a mini griddle. That's pretty cool. 73rd minute. Playing forward. '75th minute. Kind of, it's more like a pressure cooker. 75 minutes. 15 more minutes plus stoppage time. '76th minute. '76th minute. Getting to the final 10 minutes. Closer and closer to the final 10 minutes, and Vancouver has not found a goal. Cartaginés hasn't either. And they've had some moments, but overall, header, Aziel Jackson, blocked corner. It's definitely interesting, all things considered. Cross in, punched away. Brought down, shot wide. That might have been the moment, but Bob Wall puts it just wide. Bodwall coming off for Laraz. Alumi coming on for Brian White. Oh, ooh, that degenerate gambler who said Brian White would get 2 goals. You were wrong. Ay, ay, ay. '79th minute. '79th minute. YouTube was down a couple of days ago. Now it's EA turns. EA servers are down. Well, damn. Throw in. Laraz on. '79th minute. '79th minute. Oh. Ball's out for a throw in. Vancouver playing forward with 10 minutes to go. No, that's not true. What the hell is that? I never heard of it. So. I've never heard. If I've never heard of it, how could it be true? Well, no, I'm not going to. '82 minutes. Yeah, we'll leave the jokes alone. That wouldn't be the smartest play. Oh. 82 minutes. Besides, why would they want a white guy in a Chicano gang? Like, that's a little bit off the wall. It's a little bit off the wall. Unless you're saying that I could believably pass off as a white Mexican. Is that what you're saying? which I don't think you are, but, you know. And I don't think I could. And I don't think I could, but, you know. '84th minute. Grow your sideburns, sleek your hair back. What's the difference between that and the mafia, huh? So what, just be the Fonz? Or you what? So just be the Fonz? JC Ngondo coming on for Vancouver. Nunez off for Cartaginés. Five minutes plus stoppage time to go. The Mafia, you wear a suit. Mexican gang, you wear a bandana, oversized flannel with socks up to your knees. Well, I mean, socks-wise, I'm not going to say I'm halfway there, but I mean, you know, okay, fair enough. Playing forward. I'm fine with wearing socks up to my knees. Especially those like Nike ones, like those Nike Pros or whatever the hell they were called back in the day. Like, you know the ones the basketball players used to wear? Like those Nike socks back in like 2013? Like when that shit was cool? You know, like, you know those? Yeah, those definitely went up to my knees. Not that I complained about it, but either way. 86th minute. Ocampo. Cross in for Tristan Blackman. Nope. 4 minutes to go plus stoppage time. I mean... Well, though, I'm more Stefan Urkel than Steve Urkel. '87th minute. '87th minute. Stefan Urkel. Did anybody get that reference or not? 87th minute. '87th minute. Two and a half minutes plus stoppage time. Ball crossed in. Cartaginés. Top of the box. Can they get a late goal and win the game themselves? Looks like not yet. '88th minute. 2 minutes plus stoppage time. I don't think it could be that long, but who knows? Ocampo blocked out for a throw-in. It would be funny if Vancouver Whitecaps pulled a Toronto FC 2019 and lost in the first round of the Champions Cup the year after they make the final. That shit would be hilarious. Make the final and lose. That shit would be hilarious. The last time a Canadian team made the final, they got absolutely embarrassed the next time they were in the tournament in the first round. Yellow card. Be funny if it happened to somebody else. Now, losing a tie is different than losing 4-0 on the road, but for as vaunted as Vancouver is, they should have at least scored a goal. For sure. I feel like Miami can make the final, but they're not going to win it. Possible. Into the final 30 seconds before stoppage time. Who has a freaking Buffalo Bills jersey in Costa Rica? And it ain't even a Josh Allen jersey. It's a Benjamin jersey. Who the hell? Benjamin, number 13. Is there even a player that... Kelvin Benjamin, maybe? 3 minutes of stoppage time. Buffalo Bills? The fuck? Kelvin Benjamin didn't even play there when they were good. Costa Rica? Buffalo Bills? That makes no sense. It's got to be Kelvin Benjamin, right? 91 minutes. Playing forward. 90-30, 2.5 to go. And Gondo blocked away for a throw-in. "91 minutes. 2 minutes to go. Cleared away. Out for a throw-in. Halfway through stoppage time. Well, just about. Now we're halfway through stoppage time. 1:30 to go. Cartaginés might get a shocking draw here, and frankly, they earned it. Free kick for Vancouver. No. Free kick for Cartaginés. Final minute. "92 minutes. "92. "30 seconds. Can Cartaginés get a last-second goal? Or can Vancouver to win the game on the night? Ball crossed in. Save by Takaoka. 15 seconds. And whatever the referee says adds on. But to the minimum of 3, it's only 5 seconds. Out for a throw-in. 93rd minute. Will the referee blow? And he does. Referee blows for full time. It's 0-0. The first non-disaster of a game in this part 2 of round 1. Vancouver does not get the win. The one team you thought would destroy their opponent did not destroy their opponent. 0-0, 0-0 esta noche. And it's all to play for in Vancouver next week. 0-0, 0-0. With that being said, if you like this stream, like it, share, subscribe. You know what it is. Tell your friends. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell notification once subscribe. Hit that hype button. Hit that join button. Send super chats on live streams. Put this in playlist. Share with friends and family. All that great stuff. I will see you within the hour for the review of this match. And I'll be back tomorrow for Sporting San Miguelito, LA Galaxy Live RSR. So there you go. I will see you soon. See you within the hour, and then I'll see you tomorrow. I'm Ron, and I'm out. Peace. See you. Surprised with this result, but there's stuff to talk about, so I'll see you later. Peace.